That looks like a PowerPoint handout. The other are two articles that I've written in the past. These are pretty old. The first one is called Universal Meditation, which describes this 7-minute meditation method. And it's about 3 pages. So after that, there's a couple pages on something called Aikido breathing. And this was a note I wrote for my students years ago. And so I'll explain why I wrote that in relation to this meditation method. So, can I start, Rob?
Yep.
Okay, so I think everybody kind of here has heard about meditation. So the objective of meditation is to kind of give your mind a break from the thoughts that are continuously running through everyone's mind. And so it's a way to train yourself so that you can become better, you can kind of get a little better stress-free life, basically. There's many different kinds and many different types of meditation, obviously. This one is only 7 minutes long, very short, was developed by a guy named Kawahata. The reference you can see at the bottom there on the slide. And he actually wrote a book on it that was translated into English in the 1980s. And Reverend Kevin Kuriyuki, the former minister of the Waiwa Temple, picked up this method as a way to just have people do meditation. So it's only 7 minutes long, very easy actually to do it. But don't let the shortness of it make you believe that it couldn't be effective for you. Okay, so just something to think about. So, just like Rod says, right, I mean, there's so much stuff happening in the world today that meditation is a way to kind of give yourself a short break during the day from the stresses that we hear if you turn the television on, listen to what's happening. So, it's a good way to release stress, and it allows you to kind of clear your mind so that your mind can get focused maybe on longer term things that you want to try to accomplish. So it's quite useful. Okay, so this universal meditation method is very easy to do. It's very relaxing, actually. One of the real strengths of it is that it has 3 different phases in the meditation. The 3 phases are useful because if your mind doesn't settle immediately, then as you go through the subsequent phases, it allows you to meditate using slightly different methods. So it's quite useful. Dr. Kawahata said that you should do it like twice a day. I mean, do it maybe once a day, but he says that you should do it twice a day, morning and evening. Okay. So when you do the 7-minute meditation, you don't have to sit on the floor like in Zen meditation. You don't have to use like a lotus sutra or anything like that. Just sit in a chair, just relax comfortably. And then the kind of 3 stages, one, sit comfortably. If possible, when you're sitting, if you're doing meditation, you sit with your back straight. That's the best case, if you can. And then the second is the hand mudra. The hand mudra is how you place your hands. So the hand mudra that you use for the middle part of this meditation is where you put your, let's see how you can see this now, your, kind of like this. You put palms up, the right hand underneath the left hand on top, and you touch your thumbs like this. You don't have to do this, but that's the way that Kawahata taught it. And then if you want to, you can lower your eyes a little so your eyes are what they say, half open, half closed. It helps you to focus your mind a little bit better. Or you can close your eyes, just wake up at the end of 7 minutes. That's all. Okay, so if you're going to get ready to do the meditation, and we'll actually do one 7-minute session, okay, towards the end. If you want to practice preparing, then just make sure you're sitting up kind of straight. Your hands are in the hand mudra position right in front of your belly button, basically, and your eyes are slightly lower. Okay, that's where you'll be when we start the meditation. Okay, now this meditation practice has 3 different parts. The first part is called breathing, Cho Soku. and it's 3 minutes long. And when I actually run the meditation, I use a timer that's on my watch, on my iPhone to time us. But this breathing meditation, this 3 minutes, then you count your breath cycles. The cycle is 1 breath in and 1 breath out. And so you just focus on counting. So if I breathe out, then breathe in. That's 1 cycle, okay? If you lose count, you just start over, and so forth. The counting is a way to focus your mind on a single thought so that it clears your mind of all stuff that's going on in the world. It's used as an introduction to this form of meditation. So you breathe slowly and deeply from the abdominal area if possible. Exhale should be longer than inhale. And I say you will find a cycle that will be in harmony with the rhythm of the universe. You'll find a cycle that you feel very comfortable with. Okay, in the beginning, this is what I've noticed with people when Reverend Kevin's run these meditation sessions here at Waiwa. That's what I noticed. Before I taught people how to breathe, then the number of breath cycles would be quite high, as many as 25 or higher. But as you practice breathing, the number of cycles that you actually do during the 3-minute period will drop over time as you get better at it. Will drop to probably in the range of around 10 to 15 or lower. If you're really good, it might be as low as 6 to 8 cycles. When we actually try it for a minute or so, in a few minutes, or when we did the 7-minute, try and remember the count and the number of breath cycles. So if you practice this, you will find that the breath cycles will drop over time. And I remember specifically working with people in Reverend Kevin's class, and they, I'm doing about 8 to 10 breath cycles, and they're saying, "Gee, I'm doing like 30, but we're not comparing yourselves against each other, right? You just do whatever is comfortable for you." But as they practice over time, the cycles drop, which means you're taking longer breaths and you're relaxing a little more. Now, in Dr. Kawahata's book, he doesn't really explain how to breathe. I don't know why, but I think I'm in Patrick Chihaku's class as well on Zen meditation. But they never teach you how to breathe. So when I teach this method, I teach Aikido breathing techniques, which I feel are effective. And so this is what I teach to all students in Aikido. Okay, so when you exhale, you breathe out through your mouth, and you make a sound of ha, sounds like this. But you don't disturb your name, just do it quietly. And making the sound allows you to slow your breath exhale down to make it longer. In Aikido, we want the exhale to be like 30 seconds, but you cannot do it. We're not going to do it like that in here, right? But in Aikido, that's the goal. So by making the sound, you can control the air leaving your abdomen and lungs basically in a very controlled way. And you can extend your exhale for quite a duration. If you can get to like 10 to 15 in your head, that would be a pretty good start for Aikido. And then you breathe in through your nose, okay? So you exhale. If you read the Aikido article, say exhale, pause for count of 3. And then inhale through the tip of your nose. Breathe in through the tip of your nose. We say breathe in with the sound of su. So you can make a sound that sounds. I can't really hear, but it's almost like I'm sniffing the air when I breathe in. Okay. And the inhale is slightly shorter than the exhale, but with practice you can actually make it up to about count of 20 or so. And then you pause and then you exhale again. So in Aikido, that's 1 breath cycle. 1 exhale, 1 inhale. Exhale through the mouth, inhale through the tip of the nose. And with this technique, then this form of meditation, the breathing becomes easier. So. Okay, so we're gonna practice just the breathing. Okay, I'm not gonna time it yet. So we'll just do 3 breath cycles. So I'll say exhale, then I'll say inhale, and so. Okay, so Everybody sit correctly. So exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, it's easy as that. Okay, it's very. I hope nobody's holding their breath right now. They might drop over you. Small. When we do this for the real 7-minute meditation, then the goal will be for you to count your own breath cycles, right? Silently count your own breath cycles. Okay, second stage of this meditation process is called no thought. This is the part that is usually the hardest for people to feel comfortable with. And so when we're doing it, then after 3 minutes of counting, I'll say no thought, and then we'll switch, and there'll be a bell. We'll switch to that. So you don't have to count the breaths in your head anymore. Just don't think about anything. Just try to empty your mind. If a thought comes in, just let it go like it's a cloud. It floats away. And it's very difficult for us to empty our minds, let me tell you that, for anybody. And so don't worry about it. Just don't hang on to thoughts. Just let them come in, let them go out comfortably, okay? And if you can, then use a hand mudra position, left hand over right, and so forth, for this one. And 3 minutes. My experience has been when people are first learning this 3 minutes seems like forever. They haven't actually, without training them, it's very, very difficult to get done. But you just stick at it, right? Just practice, you just do it. And so, just, what usually happens is we're thinking, it's like Karen and I were talking this morning. Am I doing this right? I don't want to fall asleep. How come I can't get rid of these thoughts? These thoughts just want to be it. But just let them go. Don't worry about it. It's only 3 minutes. You can do it. And the last stage of this 7-minute meditation is chanting. Which is kind of uniquely Buddhism, actually, Honganji. And so there's 1 minute of chanting. So usually in this stage, we go from the hand mudra to Gasho. And then you just follow the leader and you just chant along with the leader, okay? And it's just like Nama and Dahu. So I'll give you an example of it in the next slide. And then we just do it for 1 minute. So it'll be about 4 cycles of Nama. Okay, so let's just practice. We'll just practice chanting once or twice, okay? Everybody can do it. So I expect Karen to have her voice loud so I can hear it, okay? So just hands together, but let's practice, okay? Just follow me. Just like that. As simple as that. Okay? And we're all comfortable with it. We're all in front of Jesus. Okay. Okay, so at the end of the meditation, then just, if your eyes are closed during any part of it, then just open your eyes. You can put your hands away from the Gasho. And then hopefully then you feel a little more settled after the 7-minute practice, okay? For Honganji members, the chanting part, people really like that actually. So we'll actually try and give them a few. Okay, so I'm going to run my phone timer. I'm going to do a 7-minute meditation. The first bell is just kind of warm up, and the next bell I'll tell you to start with counting. The bell after that will be no thought, and then the last one will just be chanting. Okay? Is everybody ready? Okay, let's go for it. Okay, no thought, count your breaths. Okay, and stop counting, no thought. Center your mind. Okay, hands in Gasho. Okay. I guess I'm too far away from Karen, I couldn't hear her chanting. What did everybody? So anyway, thanks a lot everybody. So just practices, I hope that you feel, it's only 7 minutes, but I hope you feel a little more settled after that 7-minute practice. Normally we give people a chance to kind of describe their experiences, but today, since it's a Dharma talk, we'll just end up here. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you everybody.